Is that right?
Okay. So to avoid disturbing the class, let me just mute it now.
Okay, no problem. So today we are going to basically talk about it's just like an interactive. This is going to be an interactive session. We're going to talk about arts, purpose, and you know, art, business, how to make money through art. Share ideas because that's basically what a community like this that's what it's supposed to do. So without wasting much time, because we just have 1 hour to go, so we just have 4 minutes spent already. Um, I believe I'll share my screen. Can you see me? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
we
see.
can see you.
I love your time. See, you don't reach how many years you don't see me last month, but
Happens now. Your haircut is looking so fine. Oh.
I just bow and this evening. I got this sharp. I don't understand. Yeah, thanks, man. So, um, today we're just gonna talk about art and purpose. You understand? I've made a few slides here. Let me share. Okay. Yeah. Can you see the slide?
Yes, we can see this slide.
Okay. So I hope I will know when someone wants to join, so that I'll admit them. All right. See, art and purpose is throughout my journey as an artist. I've learned a lot and I've also unlearned a lot. Can you see my face?
Yes, we can see your
Yes,
face.
I see. I see.
Okay, okay. I can't even see my face. Okay. All right. So this is basically just to, try to put us on the right track or to make sure that every one of us is on the right track. Sure you get. Um, First of all, what is art? Art is the expression of human creativity, imagination, skill across various mediums. It reflects cultural values, provokes thoughts, and fosters connection. This is from ChatGPT. I just meshed it up from ChatGPT. So art can be from various mediums. Okay, this evening while I was barbing my hair, I because the barber was very good, so I told the guys, this is just did an artwork now because artists the barbers they fade and they do layer by layers. So I also told him that as an artist, I also do shading layer by layer. He started laughing and all that. So this gets to purpose now. We're going to purpose. Purpose is the underlying motivation that provides direction and meaning to life. It drives individuals to pursue passions, contribute positively, and leave a lasting impact. You know, so you've heard about these great guys, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Picasso, all these guys, they are dead, but their impact are still being felt. Understand? These guys were not only doing art, which is the first definition I defined. They had purpose, and that purpose can be called why. They are why. You understand? So, which brings us to the next slide. I think someone let me check if people are trying to get in. Okay, okay. Sorry. I want to update people. I'm thinking where to. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Gilbert, welcome. Can you hear me? Gilbert, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can get you.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
all
can
right, all
hear you
right,
though, but I can see.
all right, all right. Yeah, welcome. So,
Thank you so much.
so yeah, we started by you know, describing art and purpose. So I was sharing a slide initially. Okay, I'll go back to the slide. Okay, okay. So we defined art and we defined purpose. We defined art as the expression of human creativity, imagination, skill across various mediums. It reflects cultural
Mm.
values, provokes thought, and fosters connection. Gilbert, if you can mute your mic, probably when you want to speak, you can unmute yourself so that you can have a level grant for audio. Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah. So purpose is the underlying motivation that provides direction and meaning to life. It drives individuals to pursue passions, contribute positively, and leave a lasting impact. So I talked about Leonardo da Vinci. I talked about Picasso. I talked about Michelangelo. These are the people that I know about. These guys are dead, but they still have lasting impact. And various thousands of artists that still have impact till today. And art is not only
Mm.
about painting. Gilbert, you are still unmuted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So there are still thousands of artists that have impact in the world today. And by art, I don't mean only people who draw or paint. You understand? Art can mean singing, being a musician. You can call yourself an artist. Being a, a comedian, you can call yourself an artist because it's an art. That's why sometimes they refer musicians as artists because these are arts. Is you can perform it, you can entertain people, you can send a message, you can create a meaning out of something. You get so which brings us to these things now. Purpose is why, how, and what. Um, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about myself, guys. I need to see myself. So, um, when I started, this is how I started drawing. I started drawing in my 200 level. This is going to be an interactive class. If you want to ask question, you can just an interactive class. You're sharing knowledge. You understand? I'm here to learn, and every one of us is here to learn. So, I started drawing in my 200 level. That was my second year in the university. That's taking art really, really seriously. But something I later drifted because I didn't know why I was drawing. Well, actually, if you ask me why I drew then those days, it was because I wanted to be like Kelvin Okafor. I wanted to be like Arinze Stanley. I wanted to be like Ken Wadiobu. I wanted to be like these guys. Like I was doing everything I had in me for my art to be exactly as theirs. So on a certain time, it got to a point where I had to ask myself some questions. Why am I even drawing? It's not that my drawings are not good, like they are at least presentable. But I ask myself, why am I drawing? Did I even do this drawing of Izine? Why did I do this? So the question hit me. You understand? So until I read a book by Simon Sinek, Start with Why. Now, starting with why will make you ask yourself some critical questions. Now, I'll give you a true life story. You know, Olive and Wilbur Wright, the two brothers that developed, they built the first aeroplane that went into the air. There was a second guy. This guy, I have his name here. Just a minute. Yeah, Samuel Pierpont Langley. This Samuel Pierpont Langley, Samuel had government support. Samuel was given 50,000 US dollars. At that time, it was a lot of money to develop an aeroplane. But the Rice brothers had nothing. You understand? They had no money. They only managed a bicycle shop. They had no education. And the press wasn't even on them to do anything. But the whole attention of on every of the press, the local news were on Samuel. Now, what ended up happening? The Wright brothers were able to build the first aeroplane that flew in 1903 because their their vision was driven by a why. They had a purpose. They wanted to build something. So each failure they encounter was like, this is another way that it didn't work. Let's try another way. This is another way that it didn't work. Let's try another way. But Samuel, on the other hand, nobody knew him. Even he made a little bit impact by trying to do something. But right now, nobody knows him. And immediately the Wright brothers developed the first aeroplane. They quit. Samuel stopped working on his works. He stopped working because he was pushed by the desire to make money, to make riches. He was pushed by the desire to make riches. Excel, welcome. So he was pushed by desire to make riches. You understand? So yeah. So Wright brothers, they had a why. Their why was not wealth, was to impact the world, to make a change in the world. So when I got this kind of mentality, I asked myself, and to tell you something funny, the first BBC interview I got by the BBC, the artwork that actually struck the eyes of the editor was the one that I did about language. There was this artwork that I did about the Igbo language. and I wanted to tell a story. Then I wasn't into social media or I was just doing my thing. I don't care. I don't look at anybody. I was just doing my thing. I didn't look at anybody. I was just doing my thing. So, and I wanted to tell a story about the Igbo language. So the artwork signify the Ukwata. There's this Igbo native cap, and I wanted to tell a story that the Igbo language is gradually dwindling away, going away. So that was I wanted to like send a message to people to embrace their mother tongue. So that was my why. You see, it had a very good message to send across. And when it got me there interview, I didn't even know what I was doing because I was just doing art. I didn't look at anybody. But as time goes on, my skill improved. So I now told myself, oh boy, I'm actually trying to, get to the stage of Arinze Stanley, Kevin Okafor. I started copying them. I left my purpose of trying to send the message or my why or my purpose or my belief, what I believed in. These things are intertwined. Your why, your belief, what you believe in, your belief system, and your purpose. They are like you can interchange them. Why you guys are here because you believe that you can get value here. That is why you guys came here. I know, like hundreds of people must have seen this ad, but they didn't believe that they will get value from here. But your belief system, encourage you to come and join. So you see, nobody forced you. You understand? You didn't do it because excuse me, how do I add this? Yeah. Yeah, welcome guys. Chidibem, I can see you. Daniel, welcome. I can see you too. So as we are already started, I'll just do a quick recap. We're talking about art and purpose. By art, I don't really confine it to like the drawing aspect. Anything can be art. Speaking can be art. Even I commended my barber this evening. I said, bro, we just did a very nice artwork because this is his medium of expression is hair and clipper. I may be an artist, but my medium of expression is charcoal and pencil. Davido is an artist. His medium of expression is his mouth, his music. Ali Baba is a comedian. His medium of expression is his mouth. He's an artist. Um, Taffy or DJ Spinall is an artist. His medium of expression is his hands and his visual equipment. They can send message. They can impact people. You understand? So art doesn't necessarily limit everyone to people who draw. That's why you see musicians, they also call them artists. Because art, the definition of art means to express something, to pass a knowledge. You understand? So that's the definition of art. Now, I'm trying to bring purpose to it. That's why the topic of this thing is let's talk art and purpose. So art without purpose is just like a hobby. It just even a hobby. If you are doing art for a hobby, the purpose of you doing it is for you just to enjoy yourself, enjoy your leisure. You understand? So art without purpose is like it doesn't make sense. So I was telling the story about the Wright brothers and Samuel Langley. They were developing the aeroplane at the same time. Samuel had the support of the government. He was given 50,000 US dollars. The press was all over him to capture what he was doing. But the Wright brothers, they had nothing. They only had a purpose. Their purpose was also to put something on the air. But Samuel knew that if he is able to do something, he's going to make money. Riches was in his head. He just needed to make money. The Wright brothers wanted to impact the world. They wanted to change the world. So even if they failed, or maybe they fail at any step in time, they will also get up because they know it's a long process. They are able to embrace the struggle. They had no money, they had no education. Samuel had all the resources, everything, but the Wright brothers succeeded. And when they succeeded, Samuel stopped working because he wasn't driven by a purpose to impact people, to impact lives. So this brings me to our next slide. I'll share my screen again. So why, how, and what? So as an artist, this is the kind of mindset I have now. If I want to do an artwork, I'll go from why to how to what. But what I initially did in the past was going from what to how to why. If you have your why, you want to send a message. Like I said, the first artwork that got me a BBC interview, I had my why, which was I wanted to talk about the Igbo language dwindling and fading away. That was my why. And my how was, how am I going to do it? Okay, as an artist, what is my medium? Charcoal and graphite. Oh, and paper. That is my how. And after drawing it, then what is my what? The full drawing. But you see, most of us artists now, we go online, scroll. You see a fine image. Ah, this image fine. You bring it, you draw. Now, after drawing it, person asks you, what's the meaning of this? Say, you now try to, you are now following from what to how to why, which is what most people do now. And people who do this are people who copy people. If you are copying someone, you are moving from what the person has already brought out in real life. You will do the how, which is the process, and now find something to push on it, which is your why. But the right process of giving impact is from why, what you want to reach, what you want to say. Maybe it could be a message you want to send across. You go to how. If you're a musician, your how can be your process. If you can play the keyboard, if you can sing, go to your what. If you're a TV host, what do I want to talk about? Go from why to how to what. So that is just the process here. Now, I read a book, Ikigai. It's called Ikigai. Now, this concept is Ikigai means reason for being, which also goes to why. Why were you created? If you go to my WhatsApp profile picture, what there is, um, the sentence there is, if I can remember, talks about function. Function. The function of something is, no, says the value of something is in its function. The phone you are holding on your hand, the value, why you value that phone so much? Because of the function it's doing. Can use it to answer call, can use it to do WhatsApp. That's the function. That's why you value the phone function. Why you value your slippers or maybe your your shoes because of the function. The function could be the aesthetics or the design, or it protects your foot. Now, human beings, we don't ask ourselves our function. I, I, I it got to the point that I asked myself, what is my function? Because when you understand your function, you know what people will value you for. Your reason for being is ikigai, is at the center. Now, to find your ikigai, you say, what do I love doing? You see the other side. What does the world need? What can I be paid for? What am I good at? When you're able to find these things and you combine it, you find your ikigai. Now, imagine um, Burna Boy is a musician. Definitely, he loves singing. People need music. He's good at it. He can be paid for it. Music, entertainment, or music is his ikigai. You understand? So, I'm just using Burna Boy for example. Now, if you're able to, I didn't say copy Burna Boy. Everybody, I believe everybody is very, very unique. And uniqueness is based on creativity. I might be a charcoal and graphite artist. Mother Abuchi may be a charcoal and graphite artist. Gilbert may be a charcoal and graphite artist, but we are unique in our own different ways. What I've experienced in life or the problems I've seen in life are quite different from what Mother Abuchi has seen or what Gilbert has seen. You understand? So for you to use that medium to get your IKEA, you have to look for what does the world need? What am I good at? Okay, you are good at charcoal and graphite drawing. What can I be paid for? What do I love doing? Definitely we love doing. So when you are able to find all these things, you get your ikigai. One, you'll be fulfilled for life. You get paid for it. You'll never lack because you are offering value to people. You are actually functioning the way you are being created. You've met your ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept. And if you go to Japan, they are one of the most disciplined people. And one of the people that, gets to like a very long time before they die. They are very aged, Japanese people, I mean, and very strong as well. So this gets to my next slide because of time, almost half of the time. Knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Self-development. To tell you the truth, I wasn't always like this. Some of my friends who knew me very well, to tell you the fact, I wasn't always like this. I used to be a very timid person. I used to be a very shy person. Can't even come out to public to say what I'm saying now. I don't even know why, how it happened, to tell you the truth. So, but a lot happened. A lot has happened, and it all goes to understanding myself. I sought knowledge by reading. So most of my friends, they have definitely, it's either I've recommended some books, some of them here, they know me. Um, I read books, I listen to podcasts, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I learn every day. Well, knowledge, I can say learning every day to help you. It will change your mindsets. This is where the money is. This is where your mindset, that's where the money is. That's where everything is located, your mindset. You know, I see a lot of people. They hustle to do this, to do this, to do this. If you want to change yourself, if you don't change your mind, it's going to be extremely hard. So knowledge, seeking out knowledge will help us a lot. Okay, most of us here are artists. Now, have you asked yourself, how can you make money from what you love doing? Now, the last slide I showed, how can I be paid for it? You have to read books on business. If you are just drawing and you're not making money, you're just doing hobby. You are doing hobby. Hobby is different from business. If you're a speaker and you are not making money from it, you are doing your hobby because you like it. People who value you are willing to pay. People who will value what you give them to what you know how to do. They pay you money to give them whatever you want, whatever they want. And the only way to get to this stage is by seeking knowledge. We all are in that developmental stages. We are all youths and we still have a long way to go. So reading will broaden your knowledge. Listening to podcasts, learning every day, unlearning every day, learning, and if you learn, definitely you will unlearn because you see that some of the things we did in the past almost are rubbish. So you understand. So now knowledge, we have understanding, then you have wisdom. Knowledge is the information. Now, in this world today, we have a lot of information. In fact, we suffer from what we call infobesity. Too much of information. If you hit like what is a catapult on Google, see like millions of pages. That's why I like ChatGPT. ChatGPT will just define the thing for you. If you hit what is a catapult, you see millions of like you'll be confused. So it's also an advantage and a disadvantage. So it's easily accessible to us. I'll make it short because of time. Knowledge. One of the advantages we have now is information is too much. To convert your skill or your hobby to money is everything is online. As I am now today, I read a book. I'll share the book with you guys. I'm developing myself every day. I make sure I learn. I make sure I learn every day, especially on purpose, self-development, business, how to make money, how to not really how to make money, how to offer value. Please, um, oh, what's happening? Can you hear me? Please,
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
okay. So self-development is very important, but you have to seek knowledge first. The Bible said it for us Christians. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. The disadvantage is when information is too much, the good information is too much, and also the bad information is too much. Now, the bad information, I call it distraction. Now, in our stage now, me, I'm suffering from it. Social media is a very big issue for us. If you can cut off social media for, assuming you use social media for, oh, Gilbert, can you hear me? Please
Yeah,
identify if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, maybe I think she's from your
Text.
side. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I can
okay.
get you.
Thank you. Okay. So knowledge is important. Then understanding. You can read. Okay, understand. I'll just make it sure. If you watch a movie once and watch it twice and watch it thrice, the third time you see some things that you didn't see in the past. So what I actually do is I study a book. I just read one book once. I listen to the book over. You find out things you the understanding will broaden. Now, wisdom is all those things we've read and known and understood. Where can we apply it? Now, I'll give you an example. If you work at a, if you work as a security man and you are given an order that no, you should not allow anybody into a door, into your gate. On no account should you allow anybody into your gate. And while on duty, you see a pregnant woman who is who wants to give birth on labor. She's on labor, like the baby is coming out, and there's a hospital inside the company. The security definitely, if it's you, you allow the woman despite the orders. That's using wisdom because you know where and when to apply it. So one thing that is killing a lot of people is you see they read something, they understand something, but they don't know how to apply it. I'll tell you an example. That's why you see some of our lecturers, our business administration lecturers, our entrepreneurial lecturers, they don't have any business. They know it, they understand it, they cannot apply it. So you see, these three things are intertwined. If you make these three things the basis for your life, you get knowledge, you learn, you understand that, you know when to apply it. In any aspect of life, Omo, you are going where you're on the right path. But it takes time. See, learning takes time. So I'll go to the next slide because of time. Please, if you have any contribution, you can just indicate or ask questions. But I think we'll have time for that because of time. Because of time, I'll share. All right. So okay, we're almost getting to the end. So these, can you see the screen? These virtues are like they are holistic. What I mean by holistics, they are everywhere. I saw this thing on LinkedIn. Now, any any aspect of life that you are in, someone just Sadiq, please can you mute your mic?
Hello, hello, sir.
Sadiq, please can you mute your mic?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, mute your mic so that we won't be okay. Thank you. So this virtue, I saw it on LinkedIn. See, self-discipline. I start from number one: emotional intelligence, negotiation, asking for help, proactivity, consistency, time management, delayed gratification, being easy to work with, adaptability, critical thinking, communication, self-discipline. If you are able to have like five of these things, you go far in life. No matter any field where you are. I think these are like, I don't know why they don't teach us these things in school. Because if you come out in real life, this is actually what you need. Like in real life. If you don't know how to manage your emotions, if you don't know how to negotiate, it's not that I know all these things, but we are sharing knowledge. If you don't know how to be consistent, if you don't know how to manage your time, if you don't know how to delay gratification, communicate, self-discipline, all these things, it will be hard for you to, penetrate any aspect, whether arts, science, anything. And I think these things are not taught. They are in between the processes of life. In school, they don't teach these things. We experience them. By being in the university, self-discipline entails that you know when to go for night class, you know when to do your assignments. Communication is that you learn how to socialize, you know how to talk to girls, you know how to talk to your fellow human. If you live in a lodge or you live with someone, you learn how to communicate. Adaptability, move from your home to your school. You know how to adapt within another environment. So these things are not really taught. But if you make extra steps to teach yourself some of these things, you go far in life. And most of the self-help books, these are most of the things they teach. Here you get. So I am in the process. Everyone is in the process. So and I know like back in Nigeria, things are really, really hard. And one thing I want to encourage you guys is see, bad energy is contagious. Things are extremely hard in Nigeria. They get all the gist. But don't complain too much because energy flows from communication. If someone tells you how fine or more how's the day doing, you say, oh boy, this country is rubbish, this country is rubbish, this country is rubbish. After complaining, counter it. But I've made this plan. Okay, I'm actually working on a project. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to make this call. I'm going to send this message. I'm going to do this. I know all these things they go. I'm going to counter that thing because the more you dwell on complaining, complaining, they surround yourself with bad energy. You understand? So these things are really important. These virtues, they call it virtues because it's not real. You can't see it. You can't even touch it. All these things, they are really important. You can't touch them. I was arguing with one of my friends the other day. I told him there are a lot of things that are really important that you can't even see. Science can't even define some of these things, but they are really important. You get. So um so the next thing is gonna be okay. I've talked about hobby and business, but I need to dive deep. I'll tell you a story. There's this LinkedIn boot camp that I joined. Uh, I'll tell you a story. We are told to write about ourselves, and thanks to that boot camp, everything I'm doing now, even this um um webinar that we are doing now, stems from my experience on that day. We are told to write a 250 word about ourselves. So I was in the library. I see, write about yourself. I was puzzled. I was like 20 minutes. I couldn't write anything about myself. I see. Now it actually struck me. Like you don't really know who you are. Like you can't even identify yourself. Now he actually sent a message to me. I had to go back in time. I started recalling things about myself. It took me like a couple of days. Self identity. Who am I? Why am I created? Like I said, if you know your why, you know your function, why you brought to this world. Everybody has their own function. Everybody has their own um purpose. You get why am I why you are brought into this world. If you know it, your purpose in this world. If your purpose is to entertain people, you find out that most of your friends will be calling you a comedian. If your purpose is to teach people, you find out some of your friends will be calling you something related to it. If your purpose is to talk, if your purpose is to dance or to do any other thing, you find out that it comes easy. It comes easy with your friends. I was listening to something. So Simon Sinek was saying, how do I know my why, my purpose, my belief, what I believe in, what I was created to, my function? He said, at 3 a.m., no, not 3 a.m. Say your friend, your very good friend. Say, don't try this with your family, try it with your friends. Call a friend of yours and ask that your friend, why are we friends? The person will be puzzled for like, why are you asking this question? Very good friend of yours. Then ask the person, what value do you see in me? Find out that your friend will definitely say something about your purpose because you've stayed with that person, and the kind of energy you emit most of the times you stay with that person is why the person value you. You understand? So, but the society we are in has actually made us to, cut short of these things. You find out that I don't know whether it's for me, one of my problems was low self-esteem. And low self-esteem in the sense that I didn't know myself. Self-esteem is knowing your worth, knowing, and it stems from identity, knowing who you are, why you were created. By knowing why you are created, you know the function, why your parents gave birth to you. You can't just tell me that you came into the world to exist. No, you came into this world to impact. The Bible said have dominion. He came into this world to impact people. Forget what people are doing. See, each and every one of us here, we have purposes, like things that if we do, forget what the society is saying, forget what your environment is saying. If you find your ikigai, you pursue it, definitely you have fulfillment. Fulfillment. There are a lot of rich people that are not happy. And money doesn't bring happiness. Money just solves problems, but it doesn't bring fulfillment. That is why you see a lot of rich people, they still divorce because they're not even happy in their marriage. Money is important, but it doesn't bring happiness. What brings happiness is fulfillment. When you are fulfilled by what you're actually doing, that's what brings you'll be happy, even if you don't have enough. You understand? So, okay, I was talking about self-identity. So, starting a business as an artist, you have to know yourself. What can I offer to people? How can I make money? That's when you are combining your hobby and a business. I read a book this morning. The book said 90% of businesses fail because you see people, they go online, they should Google, how can I make money? You see a lot of things, drop shipping, crypto, blah, 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 this one. Because these guys want to take from nature. You don't want to give anything. You make money by adding value. Value. See value. Becoming a producer. And it stems from knowing your function. Why Mado Abuchi was brought to this world. What is my function? Am I here to come to, okay, I'll use myself. Am I here to be in the UK to just come and study? Which kind of study? Or am I here to talk about the Igbo culture? If that's the purpose, if that's my purpose, and if I pursue it, there is no way in this world I will not succeed and I will not be fulfilled because I did what I'm supposed to. Imagine using your mobile phone as hammer. Your mobile phone wasn't built for to be a hammer now. If you use your mobile phone to do WhatsApp, you'll be fulfilled that the mobile phone is giving you value. If you're using your mobile phone as hammer, you scatter it. Then imagine yourself as a human, finding your purpose. Like you cannot just tell me you're on earth to, to live. You understand? So combining your hobby and your business, you need to find your identity. I'll share the screen. Personal branding comes from when you find your identity, you'll be happy with yourself. McDonald's is a personal brand. Personal branding is not about, doing designers or going to graphic design to do redesign your logo or those things. Personal branding, okay, now for me now, after today, you will say this guy can talk or this guy can do webinar. I've added that to my one of my personal brands. Can also do that for yourself. Personal branding is if you ask, do you know Emetuje Hillary? Emetuje Hillary, oh, that artist, that's my brand. Now, if I now use that my brand to give value, the, and that value will be to solve problem. There's no way people will not look for me or find me to pay for my services. I'm looking at these things from a holistic view. I'm not really deep into it. This is just like the little of I've known. I may be wrong at some point of these things, but I know that I'm on the right path. Like this is like the beginning step, and I'm still learning also. You understand? So I just want to share this very bit of information with you guys. I believe I've talked enough. Um, you can ask questions, or if you have any contribution, I would like to hear from you guys. Any contribution, I would like to hear from you people because it's almost
Hello,
yeah,
hello,
I can
even
hear you.
cross.
Yeah,
Emetuche, first of all, I would like to say a big
yeah,
thank you. I would like to
yeah,
appreciate this webinar that you organized for us.
yeah,
Actually, you said that you wanted to teach us how to maybe to find our purpose in
yeah,
let's say in artistic world, but you really
yeah, yeah,
inspired us in general aspects.
yeah, yeah,
I appreciate that, and
yeah.
also I would like to encourage you if you can maybe once in a while hold this kind of webinar for us. We're still going
Okay.
to appreciate that also. So I really think
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate the program. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, Gilbert, you have any question? You have
Also,
any
like,
contribution?
yeah, the question.
Okay.
But first of all, I just want to appreciate for all the wonderful explanations. I'm inspired,
Okay.
honestly. Yeah, because
Okay.
like you have said, indeed, we need to have purpose in art. I've gotten
Yeah.
all the points, the major points.
Yeah.
But now my,
Yeah.
my question is, and actually, I second what the guy is from saying that indeed, if it's possible, please let us be having such meetings to learn more from you as our predecessor.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah, so my question is, like you have said, you need to have purpose. So, like, how can I discover in what way I can show the purpose of my art? Maybe is it by observing
Okay.
the society, what people need most? How can I
Okay.
find the most fitting way for me to express my purpose in art? I hope my question
Okay.
is clear.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, like I said, you have to go back to the roots because if you don't know the roots, like self-identity, you have to understand yourself. You go back, ask yourself some questions. Who am I? What am I brought to this world to do? If you don't know that, you can ask your close friends. They will tell you what you are really good at. You understand? What inspires them to be around you and what you find easy doing. Now, if you connect all these things, you'll find something in you that either by your art or how you talk or how you behave that will send a message to people. Your purpose might be
Mhm.
to teach, or there are millions of things, and it varies depending on your location. You understand?
Yes,
And
yes.
one thing I want to specify here is, um, your work. I learned this from Dr. Miles Monroe. Your work and your job. Your job is what you were trained to do. Your work is what you were born to do. You are born to do. They can sack you from your job. They will fire you for. They can fire someone from their job this night. Nobody can take away your work from you because you are born to do it. If you go to China, your work is following you.
Yeah.
Don't confuse your skill with your work.
Painstaking.
Your skill is drawing. Drawing is your skill. Your work is your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
What can you use your skill to do? Okay, it's just like love one another. Impact. How can you impact the world with your drawing? You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, that makes more sense.
Your one of the skills
Mm.
that you know how to do well is drawing, art. That's not your work. That's not your purpose. How can you use your art, which is what you can do or what you love doing, to impact the world? I'll tell you a story. I'm
Mm.
an artist. The job that I currently do, I'm a support worker. I take care of mentally um, disabled people. Now, this is where creativity comes in. What can I do well? I can draw. What does the world need? There are a lot of issues about mental health now. Can I use my art
Mm.
to impact mentally challenged people? Yes.
Oh.
I'm a chorister. I sing. Sometimes when I'll give you a scenario, sometimes when some of them are, I just bring my speaker, I play song for them. They start, being happy. They calm down. I'm using my skill
Mm.
to give value.
Yes, yes.
Now, there's, it just reminded me something I read today. They call the law of affection. Now, the number of people you impact will equate to the number of money you have. If you impact millions, you definitely have millions.
Mm. Mm.
But there's an
Sure.
exception. If your value is very big, like the value of maybe you speak for 1 hour, they pay you $200,000. You break the law effect of affection because you don't need to speak to millions of people to make money. But that is very, very exceptional. You have something very, very exceptional. Now, the law
Mm.
of affection says that if you impact millions, you definitely have millions. So, what we are brought to this world to do is trade by barter. What value can you give me? What value can I give Excel? What value can Excel give
Mm.
Chimobi? And how can you do it? By your skill, what you know how to do well. Is it talking? Is it speaking? Even in your job, even the place where
Mm.
you are working as a job, if you can motivate people, and maybe you are a secretary, you can motivate your team. You are doing your work, you are doing your purpose, you are doing your function. That is why God created you, your function.
Sure.
So don't confuse your skill. Your skill is drawing with your purpose. Your purpose can be to you are from Uganda. Are you from Uganda or Tanzania?
No, I'm from Zambia.
Okay, Zambia. Okay. Um, what's the capital of Zambia? I've forgotten.
That's
Eh?
Lusaka.
Lusaka. Yeah. Are you where? What did God create Gilbert to impact in Lusaka? I'm just using it as an example. You understand?
Mm.
I hope I've answered your questions now.
Yeah, I've gotten it, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Um, this is 7 o'clock, but we'll close soon. I don't know if there's any continuity. I would like to hear what you have to say. I appreciate you being here. Timobi is my classmate. I think from secondary school. Yeah, I have most of my schoolmates here. Timobi, are you with us? Okay, maybe he's not here. Excel.
Yeah, bro. So,
Yeah,
thank you
I
for
would like to
the
hear your contribution. Yeah,
yeah. So, honestly, thank you for the uh message. So,
yeah,
um, I started looking. So, I think what I did was I was trying to apply something from this Atomic Habits by
yeah,
listing. I
yeah,
started it on the first of this month. So, I listed
yeah,
activities from even brushing twice a day to having bath twice a
yeah,
day to drawing, and I
yeah,
gave them
yeah,
a point system, like one point each.
Yeah, yeah,
So at the end of the day, I just write it down and see the point for the next day.
yeah,
So, and I've not been consistent in drawing since I came here into UK. But between
yeah.
that that first and this is like third, I've been able to draw twice, three times. Like although
Wow.
it's like just 30
Yeah,
minutes, but
yeah,
yeah, it
yeah,
is. I think it's to first build that identity of regular drawing. Not about the time, I think. Then I can go
yeah,
back to. Then regarding the other thing you mentioned something about the purpose first. So
yeah,
earlier, my style of art. You already know that my style of art has uh, been different. You get so,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I now thought of because of my line of work, environment,
Yeah.
climate change issues and stuff. So I was thinking, uh, if I would start shedding like positive instead of just drawing about problems or environmental, I can maybe look for
Yeah,
environmental solutions and stuff and start drawing
yeah,
about. Yeah, but the issue now is that um most times if you get ideas and then you want to now draw, yeah, I have to rely on my friend Lanky. You know Lanky, so
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's the one that is like when I get different concepts. That post you made on LinkedIn about your design skills,
yeah,
machine
yeah,
learning.
yeah.
So now he's
Yeah.
the one that's been doing it for me because
Okay.
I'd have loved to learn that, but due to time now. So I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
yeah, such a thing might be helpful.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you for that. What one good book you mentioned here is Atomic Habits. It's one of the books I recommend for everybody to read. Atomic Habits is a very nice book. Yeah, thank you very much. You see, one thing is we are all work in progress. We are still definitely we are on the right path, but we still have a lot of processes and failures to encounter. I don't see failures as totally negative things. I see failures as like if you fail, oh, this is why I failed. Oh, yeah, we continue. If you see that thing, get out of my sight, move on. What about you, Appa? Are you still with us? I want to.
I'll see with you guys.
Okay. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
anything to contribute? You have any question?
I don't actually have any question.
Okay, okay.
Um, the part where you said the
Yeah,
part of when you said you should know your why.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think that's very very important. So
yeah,
I've been
yeah, yeah.
struggling with that for a while.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah,
I don't really have a strong why. So
yeah.
now that
Okay,
I've mentioned it, I'll try and get a strong why.
okay, okay.
And
Chidibem, you can. Okay, thank you. Chidibem, you can contribute.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. By the way, thank you
Yeah.
very much, Hillary, for the teaching. To be honest, I always love seeing you post all the things you post on LinkedIn and on Facebook. I'm a big fan. To be honest,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
am,
yeah.
and when you reposted this, I was already waiting for the link. And funny enough, it was after I joined that I saw that you said okay you could join. But funny
Oh,
enough, I just want to just reiterate what you said here. It's been very expository. I've been trying as much as
okay.
possible to be keep snapshots of almost all things you've been saying, and
Oh, wow.
but it's something you said. I like you always it sounds it's always very salient when we meet people and
Yeah.
they leave something with you. Remember, I had asked how you were doing, you because you are a man of many facets. Even today I heard you sing lovely.
Ah,
Yeah. So but
that's me, man.
coming to the fact that you do art. Yeah, basically everything we do is a work of art somehow, in my own
Yeah,
understanding. I
yeah,
could be wrong.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I think art is everything. And personally, I don't draw. Maybe I've got it in
Okay.
me, but I've never tried it out, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
there was something you mentioned, just in line with when you were saying the whys, the how, and all those things. But I
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it took my mind aback at a conversation I had with you or last year, I guess. And you
Okay.
said, you were talking about niches and starting up, and
Yeah,
the right way to
yeah,
start up is it to just start, and you mentioned something about the fact, you mentioned about the word procrastination, because
yeah,
when you actually keep waiting to get the niche, the perfect niche, or the
yeah,
perfect thing you want to always come out to write about, to talk
yeah.
about, it might actually be you just delaying you. So, and I
Exactly,
really,
man.
I really, I really want to thank you for the opportunity to keep doing what you're doing. It's really blessing lives.
Yeah.
And personally, like this, I am a big fan of what you do. Thank you very much, Hillary.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much, man. Thank you. Except,
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to say something about what
yeah,
Chidubem said. Yeah, thanks,
yeah,
bro. So, there was this. I think where I read this, they gave like a professor gave like a photographic class, uh,
mm,
cameras, and half of the class he told them to take their score, an actual score. He told them to
yeah,
take 100 pictures. It doesn't matter how bad the pictures are. They don't care about the quality. Just take 100 pictures. That's your score. Then he told the rest of the class just take one perfect picture for the semester, and that's your score. And then, to cut it short, those who took that one perfect picture ended up having rubbish because, yeah, those who went to do the hundreds, by the time they were doing the rubbish over time, they actually got like quality stuff. So
yeah,
yeah, it goes well with what he said.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. Excel. Like I remember when we talked about this Shimobi niches. So I got somewhere. I remember your niche is you. You understand? Your niche is you. Just create, be consistent, do anything. And one thing that I've learned because I used to be a perfectionist. That is the worst thing that will happen to a creator. If you try to get the perfect time, the perfect drawing, the perfect everything to make it very nice. No, you need to understand that you're a learner and this is your first time into this thing. Even if you mess up, it's fine. You're on the step. You're taking baby steps. Even if you fall or you don't do it right, nobody cares, man. Do it because by doing it, you put yourself in the process and you improve. But by working to just hit that one perfect, holy, exemplary blow that will take you 5 years to do, you will never get there. But when you immerse yourself in the process, with time, your niche will streamline itself. You find yourself following a particular path. You cannot just wake up today and say, I'm a musician, I want to start singing reggae. No, you have to try hip hop. You have to try this. You have to try this. By trying all these things, you know the one that I'm resonating with this one more. You understand? It happened to me because I can say that I don't know how I can do a lot of things. It's not that I'm boasting. I can play the keyboard. I can do beats. I can produce beats like this. I can sing in the choir. I can draw. I'm a photographer. I taught myself how to do photography. But I can't do anything. I can't do everything. If you try to do everything in this life, you fail. You understand? I'm a lesson. Like I've tried it in the past. If you try to do this, you jump to do this, you jump to do this, you fail. Just pick one. By doing all those things, you know the one that people know me more by this one. You resonate with one. Now, in the future, you connect the dots. Like there's this Photoshop this thing I did. I can do Photoshop. So in the future, I wanted to do something in art. I said, so I know how to do Photoshop. I brought that skill back and used this to push the main one forward. So that's life. You can't just say, because of there's a lion outside, we can't just go outside to look for food. We now have to take the risk, calculated risk. So I encourage everybody here as a creator, if you want to do anything, don't wait. Even if the drawing is rubbish, post it. even if it's people will laugh, post it. By laughing at you, you know why people laughed. Next time, you not repeat it. So this change of mindset is what actually made me hold this webinar. Because if it was the me that I knew before, I would like try to, do like the perfect. I don't bloody care, man. I'm just passing the message. Like I want to learn from people, and people are learning from me. Like that is the main thing. But if it was me before, I would like to make everything like hide my mistake, not to do mistake, not to do anything. That's not it. And it also boils down to being authentic and honest in your creative process. Being authentic and honest is one key that people neglect. You see people, artists, they try to, manipulate their artwork. No, I've done that in the past, but it's not helping. If you draw, put it out. If there's a mistake, put it out. You learn. If you talk, say it. Anything that you do, be authentic and unique. That is your gifting. Not that you are in the process. We are all, improving. So these are the things that I've actually found out and is helping. Is helping, so to say. Sadiq, thank you for coming. Do you have any question? Okay.
Okay.
Evans, do you want to
Please,
say anything?
I want to add something
Yeah.
to what you just said.
All right, all right, all
Like
right, all right.
this, your last, would I say, your last statement or word of encouragement has been, it
Yeah,
really happened to me. Like there was a
yeah,
close
okay.
friend of mine. There is this close friend of mine. His drawing
Yeah,
wasn't that or isn't that okay, but the guy was so
okay.
passionate about posting his drawing. You cannot have,
Yeah,
would I say, 2 minutes conversation with this guy. We won't talk about him being an artist. He was kind of,
yeah,
as in, would I say, bold with what he's doing. But I know that
yeah,
maybe I'm kind of shy because
yeah.
I haven't reached to the extent that I needed to be. Understand? So I
You are a
doesn't talk about
perfectionist.
my art work
Yeah,
too much. But the guy,
it's unique.
before you know it, he started gaining recognition. People started knowing him that this guy is an artist, he's a photographer, he's this. In
See,
fact, the guy is also has been living fine with the work.
see,
As in, I say, had it
see.
been I can be as good or half as good as this guy, I would have maybe. Because one thing with posting or bragging with yourself is that you will still be noting those mistakes and be putting in much effort to correct those mistakes. By then, you are becoming perfect, but you won't know. That's
You,
one
you,
thing
you
I
know one
learned.
thing. One thing is, you also think about what people will say.
That's the
This
head. So,
the the flyer that I sent out. I don't bloody care, man. I know they care again. People will sit as a surprise. When this guy they host webinar, when this is the first time I'm doing this. I don't send anybody. I know what I want, everything I want. If it was before, I don't go post them. I go just they hide your talents. They hide your creativity. They do all those things. Almost there's a book in the proverb that says that if you hide your knowledge, in fact, if you hide your what you can do well, how will people know that you can do it? It's different from bragging. Having confidence and courage and being courageous is knowing that you can do this and you post it. This is what I did. Boasting is you know that you can do this, but you don't want to learn. You don't want to hear any other thing again. Confidence is you know you can do this, but you want to improve. Boasting and arrogance is I did this, I'm the best. Nobody is better than me. I'm not learning shit. I'm teaching people. Like, I'm not learning again. That's arrogance. Being confident to put yourself out is why the social media is there. It's not the other way around. To go to social media to bring inspiration or to generate likes, the number of likes. No. Even if it's one like, yes, it's good. It's a process. One like will not define your artwork. What defines your artwork is your why, the message. There's a quote I wrote here. People don't buy what you do. They buy why you did it. Why? That's why I see scribble painting selling for millions of pounds here. See, but the person tells you the story behind the artwork on the and the process and who they are. See these things. Why Leonardo da Vinci paints is because he's Leonardo da Vinci. If tomorrow maybe I bump into King Charles touches me on the head, and BBC goes out. King Charles touches one Nigerian boys on the head. So, and tomorrow, one newspaper will say, "Oh, the boy that King Charles touched on his head is an artist too," and they go to one of my painting. He has a painting. I don't blow because the my identity has moved from the guy moved to the guy King Charles touched on it because I'm now popular. They are not buying the artwork because the artwork has been there for a long time. It's me. You understand? So it's not really the artwork, it's the process and why you did the artwork. So we should be confident enough to express ourselves, your talents, your what you can do well, and be authentic. Be honest with your process. You know that you are still learning. It's a gradual process. It's a gradual. These things takes years. Kevin Okafor has been drawing for more than 12, 15 years. Well, you see young artists now, they want to get like 500,000 followers within 1 month. That's rubbish. You have to pass through the process. So that is it. So, Dick, you wanted to say something. You can ask a question or share your thoughts.
Uh, this, as I see, all I have to this thing say is, I just really want to appreciate you. Thank you for everything.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's
Thank
awesome.
All right, it's okay.
Awesome.
Guys, we are 20 minutes late into this webinar, but I appreciate every one of you that are here. I really appreciate Chidubem, Madu Abuchi, Nemeka, Sadiq, Gilbert, Excel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. And I think we'll do this some more time again. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank
I
you guys.
wanted to say
Thank
something.
you. Okay.
Can you give tips on how to be consistent with reading, like how to read, how to be a
Okay.
reader, like next time or something?
Um, to be honest with you, if I turn the camera to my shelf, you see like I have like 4 books here. I've not finished I've not finished them, but I read. Now, reading as such is not my thing. But how I do it is I like audiobook. Like it's better for me, like it's more convenient for me. But the ultimate is reading. Reading is the ultimate. Now, there is no other way than to start by reading 1 page a day. One of the challenges I have is distraction. And another thing is if you spend your money and buy the book, you will read it. Stop looking for PDF, cheap PDF, the free PDF. Bring out that 5,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, go and buy that book. You buy it with your money. If someone goes to that book, you say, "Give me my book," because you spend money. You know the worth. So, advice: bring out money, 5,000, go and buy a book. If you want to start with Atomic Habits, the hard copy. Is every that book is worldwide. The book will teach you how to break habits, how to build new habits. I think that's it. Yeah, when you buy the book, you want to use it. You don't want to waste your money. You understand? So that is it. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for this. I really appreciate. Thank you. Okay, we'll call it a night today. I'll see you some other time. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.